Hello, my lovelies. Have you ever danced with the devil in the pale moonlight? I have. It was glorious.
Hello YouTube! This weekend's project was a mask made for my good friend Braden. Just a standard generic Halloween hockey mask that came from Shiploads earlier this year. Step one was to rub off the red paint marks which were on the forehead and I think on the cheeks somewhere. The funny thing was I rubbed them off with terps. I rubbed them all off and they'd all went all specky, just bits of dust from the paint all over the mask. I then put my terps away and went to rub them off and it had reapplied itself. So I had to get the terps again and scrub the whole mask to get the entirety of the paint off. I haven't had that happen before. Usually once you've rubbed paint off with methyl or terps or anything, it stays off. I then sprayed with using an eye gauge half the mask gold, knowing that the black will cover gold, of course. After the gold had set, after 2 coats to try and hide the runs, didn't quite hide them. I think it's just the fact that it was shiny plastic. The paint's not going to adhere as well as if it was paper or wood or even steel. Masked straight down the middle with tape. One piece of tape, or several pieces of tape down the middle. Then put a piece of newspaper on, then tape that to the tape to make sure I definitely had the straight line to start with. Then I painted the whole side black. I had the same problem with the black, a couple of runs, but then I also had the problem that during the second coat drying, it blew off of the table and attached itself to some newspaper. Hence, when I pulled the newspaper off, it pulled some paint off. I had to give it a 3rd coat. But overall, the black turned out really shiny, and my opinion is the few little marks that you may or may not be able to see, they give it some character. It's just a costume mask. It doesn't need to be 100% pure. If you were doing a character and you had cuts and tears on a costume, they've been fighting. That's all for today, guys. Nice little short video, and have a good weekend.